The City of Cuero wants to keep you informed. Here is your December 11th Cuero City Council meeting recap. The meeting opened with public comments, where local citizen Isabel Patton requested a moment of silence to pay respects to David Ruiz Jr., a dedicated individual who had previously served on the Cuero Council. Mr. Ruiz passed away on November 19, 2023, and was remembered for his significant contributions to the council and the Cuero community at large. Mayor Sarah Post-Meyer read Cuero's 150th anniversary December proclamation, marking the end of the year-long celebration. Mayor Meyer acknowledged the efforts of the director of the Cuero Heritage Museum, Amber Fitz-Jones, and her team for their work on the 150th anniversary celebrations throughout the year. The meeting proceeded with a presentation by Nicholas Meldy with Architexas, providing an update to the restoration of the Graves Building. The project, in collaboration with the chairman of the Chisholm Trail Heritage Museum, Robert Oliver, began in 2022. Plans for the building include restoring the storefront to its 1907 design, with potential for retail and cafe spaces on the lower floor and apartments and business offices above. Oliver further elaborated on the building's history, noting its original establishment in 1873 and expansions in 1897 and 1907. The restoration schedule anticipates completion of construction documents by March 2024 and permitting by May 2024, with construction expected to start mid-next year. The council will receive a more detailed schedule in future discussions. Continuing the meeting, Oliver presented the latest developments on the walkthrough exhibit on the west wall of the walkway to Main Street, revisiting discussions from a previous council session. He showcased proofs for the exhibit, giving a glimpse of the design and aesthetic of the panels. The exhibit has space for 6 panels, with the current plans including designs for 5. Council and Oliver agreed to arrange a future meeting to finalize details for the 6th panel, which will be dedicated to Turkey Fest. Grant Administrator with Public Management Incorporated, John Reed, presented updates on Section 3 of the city's TXCDBG contract, aiming to improve job opportunities for low-income residents. The updates introduce new reporting requirements to monitor progress and ensure that job postings for upcoming projects are accessible through workintexas.com. In the resolutions portion of the meeting, Reed presented an application for a community development block grant mitigation. The grant, seeking $2,511,300, will be designated for water, sewer, and street improvements to address the city's vulnerabilities to extreme weather events. PE at Urban Engineering, Matt Glaze, outlined the construction process, suggesting all needed improvements could be done at the same time for quicker completion. Council authorized the submission of the application. City Manager Wayne Berger presented 3 resolutions for Council's approval. First, Resolution number 2023-38 was passed, approving the purchase of a generator and automatic transfer system for water well number 10. Council approved the bid for a Caterpillar generator recommended for its cost-effectiveness and quick availability. Next, Council approved Resolution number 2023-39 for the installation of the Caterpillar generator at water well number 10 by Mercer Control. Last, Council approved Resolution number 2023-40, awarding a bid to Friedel Drilling Company for Phase 1 of the San Antonio Street Water Well project. This project includes constructing a new water well, replacing an out-of-service one. This new well will significantly enhance Cuero's water supply capabilities. In the actions and consideration portion, Tri-City Empowerment, represented by Devonna Eldridge, requested temporary street closures to block off Bridge Street for the lighted parade scheduled for January 20th, 2024. The proposed time for the street closure is between 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. DeWitt County Precinct 1 Foreman Ryan Varela will assist with additional needs for the parade, including stages and manpower. He will coordinate with Police Chief Stephen Ellis for effective implementation. Eldridge and Varela assured Council that residents on dead-end roads affected by the barricades would still have access to their homes. Viola Holman, founder and CEO of Tri-City Empowerment, spoke about the success of last year's parade and Gospel Fest, highlighting the positive community response. Council approved the temporary street closure request. Council completed the action and considerations portion with the approval of an amendment to the city manager's contract to reflect a salary increase. Next, Council conducted several first readings of ordinances, beginning with the approval of Ordinance number 2023-27 for a right-of-way utility easement from Studio Built by Amherst LLC. This follows previous discussions about relocating a main circuit line currently along San Antonio Street and Live Oak to an underground route in a back alleyway. This project will be fully funded by Studio Built by Amherst. Ordinance number 2023-28 was approved by Council, which, according to Police Chief Ellis, is designed to prohibit camping in public areas such as parks and city-owned properties. Ellis mentioned that while the ordinance enforces a Class C misdemeanor and a fine of up to $500 for noncompliance, its primary focus is on offering support to individuals in need, resorting to fines only when necessary. Council also approved Ordinance number 2023-29, which pertains to the closure of a portion of Evers Street. The section in question spans approximately 1,225 feet along the westerly end and is no longer deemed useful for public access. This closure does not equate to abandoning the street. The city retains the right to maintain public utility easements in the area. During the second reading of ordinances, Council approved the closure of parts of Lacey and Stell Streets in the Cuero Heights Edition. Ordinance number 2023-25 closes a portion of Lacey Street between Block 31 and parts of Blocks 564 and 565, while Ordinance number 2023-26 closes a section of Stell Street between Block 30 and Block 31. These closures stem from previous discussions, including a request by property owner Kim Uresti, who advocated for a barrier along the undeveloped East Lacey Street to prevent unauthorized access and littering. During the report segment of the evening, Finance Director Connie Hawes delivered presentations on both the quarterly financial report and the investment report. She highlighted that with the exception of the golf and environmental funds, all other funds will end the year with surpluses. However, it was emphasized that the golf and environmental funds were lower than amounts initially budgeted. Hawes also discussed carrying over funds for projects that are extending beyond their original timeline. Additionally, the investment summary highlighted a new banking relationship with the First National Bank of Shiner, which has provided favorable interest rates averaging 4.746% over the past 3 months. It was emphasized that all city funds are fully collateralized, safeguarding the city's investments. The positive financial impact of these interest earnings led to discussions on reinvesting in city infrastructure, with City Manager Wayne Berger mentioning recent purchases of new equipment and potentially investing in other equipment to support city operations. Berger then provided an update on personnel, announcing the addition of new employees across several city departments. Council entered an executive session to consider, deliberate, and discuss the lease of real property being a portion of PT 565 situated in the J.J. Tumlinson League in the city of Cuero, DeWitt County, Texas. Upon reconvening the public meeting, Council agreed to authorize the city manager to negotiate on behalf of the city. Mayor Postmeyer ended the meeting by announcing upcoming events and items of interest for the city, which include David Ruiz Jr. Day Proclamation, December 14th, 11:30 a.m. in the Cuero City Council chambers. The city of Cuero has been recertified as a Monarch Butterfly City and has achieved the status as leader. This Cuero City Council meeting recap is intended to keep Cuero citizens informed and does not reflect all matters currently before Council. For further information, concerns, or public input, please contact the Office of the City Secretary. For the latest updates on the City of Cuero, as well as Council meeting agendas, minutes, and more, visit www.cityofcuero.com.